Hi everyone, this is Lorraine. It's been a minute since I filmed a video. I thought I'd film a video today because I've had like several kind of different questions. So this is gonna be kind of like an all over the board video. But basically, essentially, it's going to be about routine. And I've gotten completely out of routine. I thrive in routine. But here we are. I live in Sarasota, Florida. If you are aware, unaware, whatever, we've had a very dramatic hurricane season in Sarasota, all along kind of the west coast of Florida. It's been a season, and we're all hoping that it's over soon. Hurricane season is from June till the end of November. And we're hoping it's gonna be done soon with nothing else. Let's just fingers crossed. But we had a Hurricane Debbie. I believe that was the first one. And that one caused a lot of flooding in our area for not the normal area, like not on the coast, but along, there's like a creek and it's called Philippi Creek. And so it's like, it caused a lot of damage for anyone that lived like along this creek or areas around it. It was weird. It was super weird. I think it was Debbie that caused that. I'm not even 100% sure, but something caused like all of this flooding in the area. That didn't really affect me personally. Mentally, like I've lived here since I was 4. I grew up on Anna Maria Island, Lomboat Key, and Bradenton and Sarasota, Florida. I've lived in this area my entire life. So I am 39 this year. It was my 39th birthday. And so I've lived here forever. Growing up, I grew up on Anna Maria and Lomboat Key, and we just stayed put for every single hurricane. We just live here. This is what we do. And so growing up, I knew, like, you kind of know when you grow up here where different areas flood and whatnot. So, you know, for me personally, I know living in Florida, I do not want to have a car because there are certain areas of roads that will flood. Like growing up, there were certain areas that would flood kind of badly. And so I never wanted a car. I always wanted an SUV because you want to be a little higher than the water that can rise just from a rainstorm. So essentially we had the first hurricane brought in like flooding in weird areas that never happened before. So it flooded. Then we had Hurricane Helene. And that one was kind of devastating to our area. Family has businesses on Lomboat Key. And all of our barrier islands were flooded, caused severe damage to the city. Anyone that lives in Sarasota, like on the water, a lot of them had flooding too to their homes. Bad. It was pretty bad. So homes that when I was growing up, Anna Maria Island is a lot different. I went to Anna Maria Elementary growing up. When I grew up, like after Hurricane Helene, kids cannot go to Anna Maria Elementary. I haven't seen Anna Maria, the island, but the school is currently closed because of whatever damage they had from Hurricane Helene. So our area was like, you know, it's not great, not great. Newer stuff, completely fine, but the older stuff, not so good. So we had that. And then 2 weeks later, we have Hurricane Milton. And that hurricane, Helene didn't even hit us. I don't even remember. Like, hurricane brain is a thing. It causes, like, I don't even know what's going on. Like, you're in a daze. You don't even know what's going on. But Hurricane Milton hit us directly. Hit Sarasota directly. It hit Siesta Key. I literally live less than 2 miles from Siesta Key. But, so I want to explain this a little bit. I live less than 2 miles from Siesta Key. I live in Sarasota, and I think a lot of people question Floridians evacuating, not evacuating, blah, blah, blah. Even growing up, we never evacuated. When we lived in these areas that were like, yeah, you definitely should evacuate, we never evacuated, just because, I don't know, what I've experienced with hurricanes, flooding, that's like the big thing, flooding in certain areas, and if trees fall on things, that's a little scary. So you've got to like watch your trees, you've got to watch your neighbor's trees, anything that is loose, you've got to watch that kind of stuff. But what was I saying? Okay, so I've never evacuated ever, just whatever. But where I live currently, there are zones. So if you live on like an island or in a trailer, so if you live on an island, you're most definitely going to be evacuation A. You live in a trailer, you're evacuation A. Certain things, like, you're definitely in evacuation A. I live in evacuation D. So that just means my house is above sea level a little bit more than a lot of other houses. I think we're like 19 feet above sea level. So we don't really worry about flooding. But you know, you worry about damage. Our roof is damaged from this hurricane. Our fence is damaged from this hurricane. Just things. Have a couple windows that have little like cracks in them now. Hurricanes give me so much anxiety. But my evacuation, what I was saying is, my evacuation zone, not one that was ever called to leave. When you live in Florida, you do not have to leave the state. You do not have to flee the state in order to get out of the evacuation zones. If you are closer to the water where the hurricane is coming from, like I've never been so happy actually not to live on the water in my life, because I'm just like, this last one was a little stressful. But if you live in certain evacuation zones, you do not need to leave. A lot of people that live in like one of the islands or whatever, they can evacuate to like a hotel kind of by the interstates, which I think they were fully booked. But you do not have to like leave the state of Florida. You just don't have to do that. Or you can go over the other coast if you feel more comfortable. We never leave our house. Even when we lived in evacuation A growing up, my parents never left our house. That was always like, I don't know, it was just fine. It's fine. So this is where we grew up. This is just how I grew up. There was some severe damage this go around. You go on to the Barrier Islands right now, and there are just people's like whole bottom floors of their houses. Anyone that has, like, if my house was on Siesta Key or Lombok Key or Bradenton Beach, I think my house would have been completely destroyed. I have a 1950s house. It would probably have been completely destroyed. But anything brand new, they were all good. They keep building things more up to code, like hurricane standard code in Florida. But yeah, so I've gotten, essentially what I'm telling you all is I've gotten out of routine. I've learned from this hurricane go around that this every season of life I learn new things about hurricanes. So after Hurricane Helene, I live really close to Siesta Key. The bridge to Siesta Key, whatever. Because of where I'm located, I hear all of this, like sirens and everything. So the day after Hurricane Helene, there were so many sirens, and you could hear them going out to the key. And what a lot of those cars were going to do, or a lot of the emergency vehicles were going to do, were putting out fires after the hurricane because of Teslas and electric vehicles. So now I know I really do not want to own an electric vehicle in Florida, because salt water and lithium batteries do not mix. And for some reason, salt water and batteries cause explosions and fires. And so some people have lost their homes here because of fires from their electric vehicles. One of the things they do tell you is to take the electrical vehicle, I think they say unplug it, but I don't think you're supposed to keep it in the garage during a hurricane. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't own one, but there were a lot of fires around here because of electric vehicles and the hurricanes. And after the Hurricane Helene, I was just outside my home, and I was just all day. You hear emergency vehicles just everywhere. Crazy. And that one was more that like things flooded. So it wasn't like scary at our house. It wasn't even scary at our house. It was just like certain places flooded in our area because of Hurricane Helene. Milton came directly at us. So it was like we were in our house, and it's during the day. Hurricanes during the day, so much better than hurricanes at night. So it was during the day, or still during the day it began. And you know, you're just like, it's really, really windy. Really, really windy. You just kind of hope that your neighbor's tree doesn't fall on anything like our neighbor's tree fell on our fence. You just kind of hope, like, okay, I hope there's nothing flying out there that goes through my window. Whatever. So we're watching, like waiting, because it's just nerve-wracking. And then, you know, our power finally goes out, because a lot of times with hurricanes, the power goes out. And our power ended up staying on until almost to the eye of the hurricane. And that was like kind of towards like nightfall, like when it started to get dark. So power goes out when it gets dark. Hurricane's still going on. We go outside during the eye, which really freaking cool, by the way. Just like everything is still. I don't know how to explain it. It was just really eerie, really cool, kind of a really cool experience to be in the eye of a hurricane. We just kind of went outside, looked at the damage and everything, because it was just still. Let the dogs go to the bathroom, just still like, okay, yeah, neighbor's tree fell on, whatever, no big deal. But then the other side of the hurricane, very scary. I could hear I thought my husband went to sleep, because, you know, it's like, I think it was like 9 o'clock or something like that. My husband's asleep, and then I'm hearing these like screams outside, and I'm like, oh my God, Brian, someone's screaming outside. And then I realized it's just the wind, like high-pitched squeals from the wind. Sounds like someone's screaming. And then you could just like go to our door wanted to, like, you could just feel the pressure from the wind on the door, and the door wanted to open. So I know now that if you're ever in a hurricane, you probably cannot leave where you are until the hurricane is over. Just because of like the pressure from the winds on the windows and everything. So that's cool. That's cool. But the second side of the storm for us was way worse than the first. The first was cool because it's light out. You can see what's going on. We still have power, whatever. Then the back side, the eye comes, we lost power, and it's dark outside, and then the winds pick up. I'm like just checking my Facebook. I'm just trying to like distract myself because it's like much scarier the second go around. Just the wind was like a lot harder. And I'm like, people are already marking themselves like safe on Facebook. And I'm like, it's not even over yet. Like, how do you know you're safe yet? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, whatever. But I probably will always kind of stay at my home during a hurricane. I think. And it kind of makes me never want to move. And it makes me just like, if you ever are deciding to move to Florida, just be aware there are hurricanes, and look up what evacuation zone that you may be in, because then you'll know. I think they evacuated A, B, and C in our area, which they don't always evacuate C. It's usually A and B. C, not so much. D, they never did. So D was good. And then I think there's certain areas, like once you get past, we're close to the water. Just we live, like wherever we live, it just, for whatever reason, wherever we live is just D. And I like it. I like it. I think it should make my property value go up because I'm just like, wow, this is excellent. But there are certain areas of Florida that you can live in. Like there's an area called Lakewood Ranch. And it's in our area, but you're not really near the water. So I don't even know if they have evacuation zones out there. You have more alligators. Because you're kind of more towards the middle. You're not really in the middle of Florida, but you're still like, you're close enough to everything without being too close. So that can be appealing. But I like where I live. But anyway, after my little like, I don't know if you have any questions about hurricanes and whatnot. I just remember this one. I'm like, it's coming right for us. It's coming right for us. We were without power for 7 days. So that happens whenever you live hurricane time. You kind of like, you mentally prepare that, hey, I'm probably going to be without power. And usually we're last on the list for some reason to get our power back. I think it's where our power lines are located. I have no idea, but 7 days without power. We do have a generator. So we put on the generator during the day on like the refrigerators and stuff, but we have to like toss out anything that just pretty much everything, drinks are fine, whatever. But and then we essentially just cooked on the grill. We cook on the grill every night. I would go to the grocery store every day, get what we're having, cook on the grill every night, and that made life really easy. Funny thing is literally like when you prepare for a hurricane, this wasn't gonna be a hurricane video, but when you prepare for a hurricane, you're supposed to like have a certain amount of supplies, like food, water, things that are non-perishable, because you probably will be without power. Your power may go out for a day, it may not go out at all. But you're supposed to essentially have things like ready in preparation, like just food and water. The next day after the hurricane, like hurricane passed, people are without electricity. You should have seen the line at Wendy's. This Wendy's is not a busy Wendy's, okay? But they had power, so people were so happy. There was a line out on the road for Wendy's. It's like, were you without like food for like, I don't know, just like crazy. It's crazy. Like if a zombie apocalypse happened, there would be a lot of people that would not be able to survive. So I don't know, but just crazy. So just wild. It's wild. People act nuts. People are like, I don't know. So we were without power for 7 days. We have a generator, and then we'd have the generator on for like, you know, charging things and stuff throughout the day, keeping the house, like trying to keep it, certain things going. And then at nighttime, we just turn off our generator. It was actually a little cooler, so it just wasn't too bad to sleep in our house without, you know, anything. It was kind of pleasant, but it was like camping, and it's the closest to camping that I ever want to get, because no, I like city life. Yeah, but I'm not gonna be at freaking Wendy's in the line. Like that's not me. I can eat my hurricane snacks that I have. I bought a lot of fruit because, you know, bananas, apples, things like that. We have a lot of snacks, but I do not need to go to Wendy's because like I'm panicking because I'm without power. Just nuts. nuts. But the whole thing was I got out of routine, okay? So we're out of routine because things are closed. Like, the stress of it all happens. Okay, so Monday, okay, I like to go work out, okay? I'm on my fitness journey. I'm gonna be my best self by the end of the year. Watch it, you know? I'm gonna be so fit, so unbelievable, fitness model in the happening, like whatever. So Monday, I was able to go to work out, okay? I work out every morning. I got to do it, like routine. Monday, hurricane, you know, everyone knows that it's going to be here on Wednesday, whatever. So it's going to be coming Wednesday. So then people are like, oh, well, we've got to close to prepare. Okay, so Tuesday, I can't go do my workout class. Wednesday, hurricane, can't do my workout class. Thursday, not open, no electricity. They can't do my workout class. Friday, can't do my workout class. Saturday, they were open, but why would I want to start on Saturday? Because I'm not going Sunday, okay? So finally, I was able to go back Monday through Friday. But it's hard to get back into routine. I usually like to go Saturdays sometimes. I don't always go Saturdays, but I do a lot of different things. But routine really messed up. So the reason I'm making this video right now, and then it's another week has passed and I'm still hurricane brain, because something about hurricanes mentally just messes you up and you can't get everything back in order. But this next Monday, I like to start on Monday, okay? This next Monday, mentally, I'm on it. Everything is going to be back to normal, okay? Everything back to normal. So Monday, back to normal. Routine, awesome. I like F45, that's my thing. I also really enjoy going to hot yoga. That is also my thing. But I need to add that more in my life. Usually try to go, you know, a couple times a week. That's not a 5-day-a-week thing. I wish it could be, but it just isn't. I like walking. I haven't been able to do that because, you know, my beautiful scenic route, just not, it was a little destroyed. I'm gonna go there this week. We're gonna make it happen. But I like routine, okay? I really thrive routine. So if you wanna start a routine with me starting on Monday, how many days till Christmas? How many days until Christmas? 60, okay? 60 days. So we're like, today is a Saturday. 60 days till Christmas. We're not starting today, okay? We're not. And basically it's just till the end of the year. So we've got like a couple days after that. So we got like a good amount of time to establish our routine again and get to the best selves again, because I also need to, my diet went out of whack, okay? Like what I eat normally, not happening because, you know, just it wasn't. I like routine and I like the same things every day, because in my mind, mentally, I started this diet plan. I don't really want to discuss it right now, okay? But I'll start it on Monday and maybe I'll discuss it then, because I think it's really a smart idea. But I'm all about diet and exercise, and I'm not saying diet in a way that it's like, oh, you're holding yourself back. I'm not holding myself back, but there's a plan to it. Diet because it's a plan. So here I am today talking about these things. If you have any questions, post them. I feel like doing more videos. I'm just wanting to get that into the routine again, because that's hard too. Last time I spoke with you, I probably wasn't this blonde. I also, like, one of the things I'd like to do is get a haircut, like cut short, pretty short. And my husband is a hairstylist. We own a hair salon, if you were unaware. And he gives the absolute best cuts. But he will not cut my hair short like I'd like, because he told me you do not do your hair. And he's like, you need to actually do your hair every day in order to have a cut like that. Not every day, but you know what I mean. Like every time you wash it, you need to actually like blow dry it. And I'm like a more of a let it air dry kind of thing. So I need to get that into my routine as well. But anyway, there's some goals. We're gonna start, that's a goal. But I have a little package I thought I'd share with you too, because why not? Because if you wanna get into a workout routine, you probably need new workout clothes, right? It just makes you feel good. If you feel good, you look good, you're motivated, okay? Motivation. So this package is from Alo. I really like Alo. A couple things. So I am going to be, I really like costumes for Halloween, especially when we do a family costume. But this year I just couldn't even think about it. I just couldn't. Like just too many hurricanes coming at me. It's bad. Just like mentally, it just is not great. So kind of last minute thing. And I decided this year, everybody's just picking what they want to be, and that's it. Except my husband, he just goes with whatever I tell him to be. So I'm gonna be a Girl Scout, he's gonna be a Boy Scout. And I got this in the mail to potentially wear with my Girl Scout costume. These little shorts, they're really soft. They feel pretty nice. They are, let's try on these. I'll just put them on over my my current thing. What am I doing? We'll just see. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, what do we think? Just like a little, like kind of good for Girl Scout, right? It did come with a skirt, like my outfit that I got like the sash, but I don't even think I want to wear the sash. Should I show you? It has this skirt with it, which is pretty cute. I don't know, we'll see where I go with it. But gotta figure out how to wear the hat. Okay, and then it's like a troop leader. Do I have to wear the sash? I don't know. Maybe the skirt. I might just look French. The Alo Luxe Me Time Short in the color Toasted Almond. They're pretty soft. And then the other thing that I bought, I've always wanted this set from them, and it just was the time was now. Don't tell my husband that I have bought some more clothes, because it's the last thing that I need. I really always wanted this set. And I don't know, just like, I decided several times that I didn't need it. But then when I saw it in this color, navy, I thought, the time is now. This is the, I think it's called Suit Up. Yeah, the Suit Up bra. Like that, isn't that cute? It comes in black too. I've been always tempted by the black, but the black has this white line in the seam. And I'm like, I like it, but at the same time, I'm more plain than that, you know? I'm more plain than the white line there. So this one, solid, no line, loved it. Then I got the pant, the Suit Up pant in navy as well. Living the dream. But I wanted to do an update video because I always did these Operation Sexy videos, and I I've been getting like very fit. Not to toot my own horn, but I've been getting very fit. And when they tell you like all of these things where they're like 4 weeks, if you do this for 4 weeks, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it'll help, but it will not get you where you want to be in 4 weeks. There's no magic to it. It's all about consistency and routine. So I wish that it would be like a quick fix. I'm sure there are quick fixes out there, but I'm not into those kind of quick fixes. But I like adding these things that make me a better, healthier person into my life and continuing on the fitness journey that I am so happy to be on. But I think that's it for now. I'm gonna try to edit this video, make it really short and simple and sweet, but we'll see. And I kind of feel like in my new journey, I'd like to document it. Me and you, you and me. I just have all these ideas, and I'm not essentially a people person. I'm a camera person. I can do this, but I want to discuss these ideas with people, but I don't really want to do it in real life. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't want to do it in real life, so here I am. In my my little world of my own, and I'm saying it out loud and I'm doing it then, and I enjoy my online friendships because that is just who I am. So I hope that you all are excellent. If you live in Florida, you understand where I am right now. I just gotta get back in order, back in that routine. So if you're not in a routine right now, join me on Monday. Let's get there. Let's do this. I highly recommend F45. It's a great workout. It is something that you do not have to think about. You just show up and do what they tell you to do. And if it's too intense for you, you modify it to whatever works for you. You don't have to be up there like they want you to do. Sometimes they say like, do this and do a box jump. I am not doing a box jump. I will step up, and I am fine to do step ups. And maybe sometimes I'll step up and I'll push my knee up in the air, but I am not a jumper. So we are not jumping, but it's for everybody. I feel like it's essentially for everyone because it can be modified. And their weights, some people are lifting these really, really heavy weights. Some people are lifting really light weights. And there are people like me that, you know, you just kind of decide. I'm usually somewhere between like 15 pounds to 20 pounds. And, you know, if we're like going like this, I think I'm like 20. If we're doing like other things, sometimes it's 15. Sometimes if it's something a little bit lighter, maybe it's only like I don't know, like a 6 pound weight. I don't know. I don't know. But it's about modifying it and making it right for you. So I really enjoy it. And you're there for you. There's no mirrors. I would like mirrors though, because I'd essentially like to see what I'm doing. But there are no mirrors. So no one's watching you. Everyone's in their own zone. It's very nice. It's very nice. So I'll talk to you all very soon. Goodbye.